The poor 5-year-old was so weak from thirst and hunger that he could no longer lift his head to beg for water. Imagine a room, dark, freezing, and locked from the outside. The floor is ruined with filth. On the floor lies a boy. He is 5 years old and he weighs just 1.5 stone. He is so profoundly wasted away that his bones project sharply beneath translucent skin, and he can no longer even lift his head to beg for water. This wasn't a dungeon in a medieval horror story. This was a suburban home in Toronto, and the monsters locking the door, his own grandparents. This is the harrowing, stomach churning story of Jeffrey Baldwin. The 30th of November 2002, paramedics rushed to a home on Greenwood Avenue. What they found inside horrified even the most veteran first responders. 5-year-old Jeffrey was dead. The official cause: septic shock resulting from malnutrition and starvation. For years, Jeffrey and his sister were subjected to a living hell, locked away like unwanted animals in an unheated, barren room. While their cousins were fed and treated normally upstairs, Jeffrey was systematically starved, forced to drink out of a toilet just to survive. The depravity of the neglect is sickening. His maternal grandparents, Elva Bottigneau and Norman Kidman, monsters masquerading as guardians, inflicted a slow, agonising death sentence on this helpless child. They stripped him of his dignity, his health, and eventually his life. When police examined the room where Jeffrey drew his final agonising breaths, they found the toxic stench of faeces and urine embedded in the floors. Jeffrey had been left to rot in the dark, ignored as his organs slowly shut down one by one, his body literally consuming itself to stay alive. His starved body became so weak that he died from bacterial pneumonia and septic shock caused by breathing in fecal matter. How does this happen? In a shocking twist of institutional failure, Bottigneau and Kidman had already been convicted of child abuse in the 1970s. Yet Catholic Children's Aid Society handed Jeffrey and his siblings right over to them without a single thorough background check. The system meant to protect him bound him hand and foot and delivered him to his executioners. In 2006, Bottigneau and Kidman were finally convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison. But no sentence can undo the terror Jeffrey endured. He spent his final days in agonising pain, a victim of unimaginable cruelty and systemic blindness. Jeffrey Baldwin was a boy who never got to grow up, a child tortured to death in the heart of a bustling city while the world looked the other way.